Hi everybody. So I just wanted to come on today and work in this altered book. This is actually the first time I dabbled into doing any type of junk journal or altered book. I actually just tore off this 3D flower because it got all kind of crushed and I didn't like it. So I'm gonna revamp the cover of this. But I just thought I'd kind of come on and play. I pretty much have covered all the pages. I need to fill pockets. Um, I put a bunch of stuff in here. Another tag here that's glued in here. No, it is stuck in here though. Well, there's a tag there and a bunch of pockets and things, and so I wanted to, that's going to be like a side pocket. I have a little envelope flip here. This was my first time dabbling, and you can tell it's definitely not complete. There's a little journaling card with some lace trim. Um, got that. Another pocket that needs to be filled, or yeah, that's glued down. And all of it needs to be like decorated. There's a fabric flip I did. So there's side pockets. I'm pretty sure there's top loading pockets in here as well. So I had, oh, that's a little side pocket, and I tucked an envelope in there. So you could see it's like blues and browns and greens. Another journaling card I made. This was an old paper pack that I had that I was trying to get rid of. Still have pieces lingering around. There's a triple pocket. That's a Crafty Irina. There's a lot of Crafty Irina stuff in here. And then there's the end there. So that's what I'd like to finish, is this altered book. And this is basically everything I kind of took out to work with. There's a bunch of stuff in here: laces, burlap, a doily, ribbons, a napkin. This is the actual what's left of the book pages that I had from the book. There might be more laying around somewhere. I made some clusters and I thought the colors worked well with the book. Found some scraps of tea stained paper, some other scraps that were in here. I think this is not from the paper kit, but this is all from the paper kit. Some more little fabric swatches that I had gotten. Another one of those little wallpaper birds, some music paper, dictionary paper, some more little fabric pieces, a ticket I found in my stash. These were they were going to be card toppers, but they kind of work with this, so I thought, oh, let's see what we can make with what we have. This was a flower embellishment I made years ago, still lingering in my stash. And then I have some digital kit cutouts. Oh, this was one of the mask making. I got a bunch of mask making things I did from Shabby Dabby Doodah with her mask making series that she's doing. I have a bunch of those. But I have 3 separate kits here, all that kind of coincide with the colors and everything. I'm not sure if I'll use them, but I'll show you the 2 kits that have remaining ephemera that hasn't been cut out. This is one of her butterfly kits. I do not know the names of the kits. I'm sorry, Tina. I'm an epic failure at promoting you, but your kits speak for themselves. So I will definitely link the Etsy shop and her YouTube channel in the description box. Then we also have this beautiful kit. I loved this kit because it's subtle blues and greens. It's got one of my favorite flowers on it. And again, this is what's left over in the kit. And then also this as well, which has some tags with some beautiful birds and frames and plaques. And then some nice architecture pictures. So, basically, I have a giant mess here. And I'm going to set this aside. And I know I'm going to have a landslide. I just know it. It's going to happen. So, I know we're not going to finish the book in this video for certain. But I'd like to see what I have and kind of go through. And I need a bigger workspace. I need one of those desks that's the U-shaped desk so I can have my piles on either side of me. One of these days, I'll have the money to get one of those desks because let me tell you, that will be a game changer for me. Just based on the space that I have. Stuff on my desk for my cats. I literally have junk everywhere. I did get my new StazOn ink. I also got my re-inker, which is not the one I believe I ordered. This one says it's walnut stain, and it's Distress Oxide, not Distress ink. So, yeah, don't have any oxide. But I do have this old StazOn ink, which is dry like shoe leather, as my mother would say. And I'm gonna experiment and use this in this, since it's an empty ink pad and this is a re-inker. Probably gonna make a mess, but whatever. You know what? It's what I have to work with because my vintage photo is pretty dry. And I do want to get a re-inker for that. So, I kind of have like this ridiculous pile. I'm feeling a little bit like Tina. I have like stuff all over my desk. But again, it's nice to have it right at your fingertips. Like she says, she can just rifle through her stuff and find stuff, inspiration and use things that she has. So, Tina, this one's for you. I hope you watch this one. Okay. I don't even know how I want to start in here. So this needs to be definitely decorated. I think collaging is definitely going to be in order. I'm going to leave these pages blank because those are good for writing on. And that, oh wait, haha, already getting the inspiration flowing. Okay, what if we take one of these, put this on here, and then maybe put a butterfly on top? I think so. Glue. I'm going back to my tacky glue because I opened a new bottle. So let's go with the tacky glue. Alright. Let's put this where I will find it later. I don't know about you guys, but I always misplace the cap to my tacky glue because what I like about the tacky glue versus the Fabri-Tac or the Crafters glue by Beacon is you have to constantly cover it, which is really annoying. I don't want to have to cover and uncover. I like tacky glue because you don't have to close it right away and it doesn't dry out. Like, I've had it clog, but it doesn't dry out. So and tacky glue, although it does take a minute to adhere to a page, it just is my preferred glue and it's really cheap. I can get this is like a 3-ounce bottle at the Dollar Tree for $1. I mean, Fabrifix or Fabri-Tac is $14.99 for a bottle, a larger bottle, or $7.99 I think for the smaller 4-ounce bottle or 6-ounce bottle. And yeah, Tacky glue's my friend. I love tacky glue. All right, butterfly. I think, let's see if we have a pretty butterfly from this kit we can put on here. I don't want something bigger. Oh, I have to tell you a funny story, guys. So my mother-in-law texted me a few weeks ago. She's totally into crafting and card making. We have completely different styles of crafting, but it's so much fun to have like somebody to share your love of crafting with. Okay, I've got 3 butterflies. Ooh, that's the one. That's definitely the one. I think so. I think this one might be a big one. Nope. Okay, so anyway, I'm sorry. My mother-in-law is a lover of crafting. She does a lot of card making. She makes cute little boxes, and like she was at one point selling chocolates at a candy store in the town she lives in. She lives in a teeny tiny little town. Anyway, back to my story. So she texts me a couple of weeks ago, and she tells me that her late Christmas present from her brother and my father-in-law was a Brother Scan & Cut. Oh my gosh. Let me just tell you how amazing that machine is. So I got all excited for her. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. So she's like, you need to come over and play with it. And I was like, well, absolutely. I'm dying to see how one of these things works. So that weekend, my husband and I go over there, and she tells me beforehand, make sure you print a lot of stuff so we can cut stuff, or bring a lot of stuff that we can cut. So I printed out a stack, and if I still have the picture, actually I probably still have the picture in my text messages. If I still have the picture, I'm going to post it up above where I'm talking now. And anyway, a huge stack of stuff I brought over there to print out because I was so excited. So all of these ephemera little Ziploc bags, I have, I think, 3 of them. No, I had like 5 of them. That's right, because I brought over some Tracy Fox stuff too. These here. Yep, these here. Butterflies and her flowers, fussy cut flowers. This is the next thing that I am going to be getting. Let me tell you how long it takes me to cut out a kit. It takes me hours and days. Sometimes it takes me days to cut out a kit because it's just a lot and my hands don't exactly work well and I get tired. So I am getting this machine. This Brother Scan & Cut machine, life-changing. Life-changing to the point of when I have a grabber. Well, I have a few grabbers, but I have a grabber. And when I got my first grabber, I can't even tell you how that changed my life. I told my mother-in-law this. I'm like, this is exactly the same type of feeling. Using that Scan & Cut, it's amazing. And I'm getting one. Even my husband said it. He's like, you need this. And I'm like, I know I do. I really need this. So, yep, I'm going to be getting a Brother Scan & Cut. I don't care how much they are. The amount of time alone that it will save me from having to snip and snip and snip is just going to be life-changing. Life-changing. I'm sorry, guys. I know I have like a huge mess. I kind of just want to go through this and decorate and do, you know, what needs to be done. See, I like that. Do we want to put any fabric or something under there? Or do we want to just leave that? I kind of want this to be like good journaling space, so I think I'm just gonna leave that simple and we'll use fabric in other places. Okay. Alright. I should have actually used that for a little tuck spot too. Didn't think about it until now. That's okay. It is what it is. So yeah, this Brother Scan and cut out all of this. It was just getting late. My husband had to work that night, so I didn't get to get everything cut out. But I got a lot cut out. So I still have a lot to work with, even though I still have plenty to cut out. Alright. And that's a wipe I've had laying around on my desk that's completely dry, so it's... Alright. Yeah. Okay, what else now? Let's see what I have. I'm thinking maybe collage. I do really like this little anchor. I don't know why, but I do kind of like it. Let's maybe just, ooh, you know what? I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna tear a little piece of that. This was tea staining. Okay. And okay. And then, yeah, I like that. Okay. That I'm gonna glue stick on. My husband and I had to do our chores today outside. We have dogs, so, you know, with that comes certain yard things that we have to do, and so we had to get that done today, and it started snowing in the middle of it, so that was great. But we got it done, thank God, and now we don't have to do it for a minute. Alright, so there's another little journaling spot there. And let's make... This looks like a good pocket, actually. It is kind of a good pocket. Alright, let's see. Are you top loading? Okay, so this is a top loading pocket. Oh, and there's a tag in here. Let's pull it out and see. And it's, okay, it is a decorated tag. It's got a little, actually I think that's, yes, it's got a little pocket. So let's take a little piece of ephemera and fill that. Let's see. Yep, right here. This looks like it'll be a perfect fit. It will. This was like just a vintage ephemera kit. It came with clocks and typewriters and just vintage little invoices, and it's a really cute little kit. I don't know the name of the kit. I went on her page, her Etsy shop, and looked, and there was a couple I knew I wanted to print, which is that one butterfly. That's the blue and green butterfly kit. And then the other ones I just kind of picked randomly. So I'm gonna just stick that in there. Let's see what else. Anything else I want to put in there? Something small. That's another cute one. Just a little floral image, and it is a different color, so I don't want it too pokey, but I think that's cute, isn't that? Yeah. Okay, so let's stick that back in there. All right. I almost wonder if I should what do you think about just we're having a random piece of journaling space on the back there like that? Even though it's not straight, you could write a little note or something on there. Yeah, let's do it. Maybe this is more like my idea book or something. I don't know. I'm just playing. I want to get this done though. Not that I'm selling it. I'm not. I don't have an Etsy shop and I don't know, but I don't even know what I'm going to do with these. It's kind of like I keep making them. I guess that's why I've had kind of a block lately, because I keep making journals, which I love doing, but I don't know what to do with them. And to be honest with you, I don't have the time or the patience or the desire to really sit here and have an Etsy shop. Like I just don't. I don't really want to do that. I don't know. I could sell them at like craft shows. That's an option I have. So I may look into doing that. I'm gonna ink around the edges on the back since I did turn that into a little journaling spot. Okay, great. At least I feel like that now is complete. Again, this was the first one that I tried doing anything with, and I see I've got a little bit of tearing there going on, so I may have to actually. I don't have any vintage washi tape either. I might have to put some ribbon on there. We'll see how that holds up right now, but there's my journaling space. And then I was gonna turn this maybe into a pocket, or maybe just, I don't know. Oh, what do we have here? Got, I feel like if I cover that up, what to do. I mean, you could still write on that, so maybe that would be still good journaling space. Because, I mean, you could definitely write on that. I feel like my spine is, or my pages are not in here very well. I may not have taken out enough pages. The dilemma. Alright, here, let's see, what if I have one of these long clusters here. What if, see, I like the idea of the clusters using the staples, but I kind of think Tina's right. No, I don't like that there. I don't like that there. Okay. I think Tina's right. They are a little bit, loosey-goosey. Like, if you don't get them stapled right, they don't necessarily work well. Oh, decisions. I don't even know what I want to do. I don't. Maybe what if I take, here, I've got another one of these. What if I make this a tuck spot and then take like one of these and turn it into like a little journaling card? That's an idea. Maybe trim it down a little bit. Let's do that. Alright, let's. I don't want this to be a ridiculously long video, so I'm going to ink around the edge of this just so it kind of fits in. I'm going to have to get another makeup swab. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. And I'm trying to get more videos out there since I took like a month-long break. I feel like I need to come back in full swing, you know? Alright, let's just do the top of this. So this is a top loading tuck spot. And I think that will be nice. And then you can do some collaging or something. Alright, looks like I have a little bit of seeping coming out of here, so I want to wipe that. Alright, and while that dries, I'm going to shut this and set that aside so we can work on this a little bit. Alright, now, there it is. What I have in here, that would be good to put on here. Alright, I'm going to pull a bunch of this out just so I can see what I have. Oh, see, I already am liking that. That's pretty. Okay. Alright, now I do have some, which might, if I move you, I'm sorry. I realize that. Let's see what's this here. This looks like it's already ripped. It is. Okay, so let's maybe do that and then just kind of rip across the bottom here. Lucky. Okay. That's still a usable corner. Alright, so we're gonna do that. Then I've got that. Actually, let's kind of push that up like that. Okay. And then maybe put some ribbon down at the bottom. Yes. That's what I'm gonna. Alright, okay, so this is gonna be another glue stick one. Okay. I do like having days off in the middle of the week for my job. I really do. I like being able to craft, not just on the weekends, you know. Let's just put that up there. It's kind of nice being able to just get in the craft room whenever you kind of want, or the desire to do that arrives. Lucky. Oh, let's maybe take a little piece of here. Let's just, I don't want the edge, I want like a, okay. Of course, that's okay, I'll ink that. Should have flipped that around. That's alright. That's what ink is for, right? Okay. Kind of nice when you get to use like your scraps and everything, isn't it? Like you feel good. You're using up stuff that's been sitting around for who knows how long. It's kind of nice. So I'm kind of thinking of using this stapler. I do not have a tiny attacher. I think the tiny attacher probably is not something that I should get, as I think it will be harder for me to use than, you know, most people. But all right, I want to make a ruffle. I just like ruffles in my journals, and I'm gonna just use the stapler to do it. I guess it would help if I had the stapler in the right direction, right? Probably a good idea. I don't want super tight ribbons, but I also don't want to waste my staples, so hold on a second. There, let's try that. Ugh. Kind of working. It is a little easier using a wider piece of ribbon, but you know, that's okay. I may just go partially down too. Just did that not go through? No, of course it didn't. Alright, let's try one more out. Okay, there we go. That went through all the way. Yeah, I think I'm only gonna just go down part of the way, so that way I'm not really. Okay. It does work though. I mean, this is definitely not the prettiest ribbon in the world. That's okay. You get the idea. Alright. That's good. Okay. I'm going to snip that at the bottom here. Or actually, I think I'll snip it right here. Okay. That's pretty. I like it. Isn't that pretty? And then, oh, what am I going to use for the back? I mean, technically you could write on that, but I think... Oh. Okay. I have some, yeah, shipping paper. Always a good thing to have. And actually, do I want to maybe just do something like that? Okay, this probably looks like really crappy, but I'm just trying to use the stuff that I have, and I'm thinking what if I do like every other thing here? I don't know. Probably not a good idea doing that, but just straighten that out a tad. Still didn't really straighten out, but it's better than it was. You know what? I think I'm gonna just straighten that up the this way. And that way it looks slightly neater. Okay, so we've got that one. And then we've got this one. And actually, we'll just do that one that way. All right. Even my other paper is not straight. That's okay. Yep. I'm gonna just staple this, and then I might put some more ribbon over the top here just to conceal the staples. Don't you dare. I know you want to. Ugh. Sliding out of my chair over here. What? Yep, you know what? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just glue that on the back. Here. I'm gonna glue the whole thing on just so it's on there. And you have a little notebook type journaling spot. And maybe I'll just tuck something under there on that side, like a decorative element. Some flowers. Maybe some flowers on the side there. Let's do it. Okay. Let's ink that first. Alright, after this, I am definitely turning the video off, so... But I would like to do more of this with you guys. I think it would be good to get some unfinished projects finished. I also have ideas for, various projects. So I'm going to actually just lift that up and put that right on there. Yep. I think that's nice. And then you have a little note space, and we'll just use the same ribbon across the top here, right? Just to hide the scissors or the staples. And make it a little bit uniformed here. Now I have bulldog clips, which I'm gonna just use. Okay. I know my desk is a disaster area. Oh geez. Forgot to snip that off. That's probably helpful, right? Okay, there we go. These actually are a little bit better because they go in a little bit more. Let's slide that a little bit so it looks more even. Okay, so I got these from Harbor Freight. I think they were like $1.99 or $2.99 at most. They were really cheap, and they work for holding stuff down. So we've got our journaling space here, our writing space here on our journaling notepad, and then that's the front of it. I do feel like, oh, I don't know, my dogs are gonna bark now. I'm sorry, guys. Yep, they are. Alright, I have this jar of just stuff that's been sitting around that's too small, and then I've got some blue bling. I'd like to use that. It's entirely possible that the mail came. My dog despises the mailman, mail person, whatever. I'm gonna put 3 blings there, and we're gonna call this finished, and I'll show you what we did today. Yeah, that's pretty. Let's just wipe up the excess glue. I like it. It's pretty. Okay, so we did the journaling card, which I showed you. I'm gonna set that up here to dry. And then I also did, I think I'm gonna do that too because I'm not fond of that green or orange. Got our journaling space. We covered up just some writing, and there's plenty of journaling space on there. And then we covered that up. We also put some writing space on here and covered up some writing that was on there. And then we finished this tag just by putting a couple of little tags in there and then some writing space on the back. So I think we did pretty good today, considering this was, you know, revisiting an old project. I'm gonna have to, you know what, I'm gonna do that right now. That is there. I'm gonna pull that up just to get that a little bit more stuck so it doesn't come off. That ribbon is old ribbon too. Oh, and then we put our little flip here for our journaling card, which we'll tuck up underneath there. I think we did good today, guys. We got a good start on this old project that's been sitting around. So I think I'm gonna get going, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.